What if the deepest truth of a man's love wasn't something he said, but something his body unconsciously revealed? According to Carl Jung, the legendary Swiss psychologist, love is far more than an emotion or surface-level attraction. It is a profound psychological event where the unconscious mind speaks louder than words. And nowhere is this truth more exposed than in the intimate moments shared between lovers. In Jungian psychology, love represents the alchemical fusion of two souls, a union of the conscious and unconscious, the masculine and feminine, the self and the shadow. When a man is truly in love, his behavior in bed reflects more than desire. It reflects devotion. Below, we explore the 4 intimate behaviors Jung would argue signify deep emotional bonding in a man. These are not habits learned or performed. They are unconscious rituals of love, revealing more than any grand gesture or romantic line ever could. 1. Deep eye contact, the unspoken confession. Jung often described the eyes as the windows to the soul. Unlike words which can be crafted, manipulated, or masked, the gaze is raw and involuntary. In moments of deep intimacy, prolonged eye contact becomes more than a romantic gesture. It becomes an act of emotional surrender. When a man holds your gaze during these vulnerable moments, it's a sign that he is not only present in the moment, but also fully emotionally exposed. He is not just looking at you. He is allowing himself to be seen by you. This kind of unbroken gaze strips away the layers of masculine conditioning that often tell men to detach or compartmentalize sex. It reveals a desire for union, not just release. In Jungian terms, this is the anima, the inner feminine, emerging from within him. It seeks emotional depth and connection. When he looks into your eyes with softness, openness, and intensity, it is the unconscious communicating. I trust you. I see you. I want to be seen by you. By contrast, when a man avoids eye contact during intimacy, it may reflect inner barriers, emotional wounds, unresolved shadows, or a fear of vulnerability. The eyes are honest. They betray emotional truth, even when the conscious mind tries to hide it. A loving gaze, then, is more than an act of passion. It is a silent, unwavering declaration. I am here with you, all of me. 2. Prioritizing your pleasure over his own. Love and lust may share the same stage, but their intentions differ. Where lust seeks its own satisfaction, love seeks communion. Jung believed true intimacy is the reconciliation of opposites, a sacred merging of selves. In this light, when a man prioritizes your pleasure over his own, it is not mere generosity. It is an unconscious act of reverence. He's not just trying to impress or perform. He's instinctively attuned to your experience. He listens to your breath, responds to your body's rhythms, remembers what brings you joy. His actions are guided not by ego, but by empathy. This isn't just emotional maturity. It's a sign that his inner masculine is in harmony with the inner feminine. According to Jung, the shadow, the part of us that houses repressed desires and selfish impulses, often governs behavior when love is absent. But when a man is deeply in love, his higher self overcomes the shadow. Giving becomes as pleasurable as receiving. His fulfillment is found in your joy, not despite it. This kind of behavior also extends outside the bedroom. A man who is generous and present during intimacy is often someone who has done inner work, confronted his own fears of inadequacy, need for control, and emotional wounds. He serves instead of takes. He listens instead of demands. And in doing so, he demonstrates what Jung called individuation, the journey toward wholeness and integration. The body speaks before the mouth does. When a man instinctively puts your pleasure first, he is whispering with his actions, "You are sacred to me. Your joy is my joy." 3. Post-sex affection and emotional openness. How a man behaves after intimacy can often say more than the act itself. In the vulnerable afterglow of physical union, defenses drop, the ego quiets, and the unconscious rises. Jung understood that post-sex behavior is a revealing mirror of a man's emotional state. A man deeply in love does not turn away after climax. He leans in. He pulls you closer, strokes your hair, speaks softly. Maybe he shares something personal, a childhood memory, a secret hope, a silent fear. These are not tactics. They are instinctual acts of trust. Jung's theory of the shadow helps us understand why this is rare. Many men are conditioned to equate vulnerability with weakness. Physical closeness is socially acceptable, emotional closeness, less so. But when a man loves deeply, the emotional repression cracks open. His shadow, the hurt, the sensitive, the repressed self, rises to the surface and seeks comfort, safety, connection. If a man cuddles you after, kisses your forehead, or simply holds your hand in silence, it is his psyche saying, "You are my safe place. I trust you with my whole self, not just my body, but my soul." On the other hand, if a man detaches quickly or emotionally withdraws after sex, it could signal that the connection remains surface level or guarded. It's not necessarily a red flag, but it shows that emotional intimacy may still be out of reach for him. According to Jung, true love requires integration, not just of shadow and light, but of physical and emotional layers. In the quiet aftermath of intimacy, when performance ends and presence begins, love becomes visible in its purest form. 4. Synchronized movements and unconscious mirroring. Love speaks its oldest language through the body. According to Jung, when two people are deeply connected, their unconscious minds begin to synchronize. Their movements, breathing patterns, even subtle gestures align in what science now calls limbic resonance, but what Jung understood as participation in a collective unconscious. When your limbs intertwine effortlessly, when your breathing slows together without trying, when a single touch communicates everything. These are not coincidences. These are signs that your bodies are moving as one, not in imitation, but in communion. Jung described this experience as participation mystique, a state where the boundary between two individuals dissolves into unity. It's the primal choreography of lovers, and it's unconscious. It cannot be forced, faked, or even fully understood. It is the psyche's declaration that we are no longer separate. You are not just lovers, you are mirrors, you are home. You'll notice this in the quietest moments, when you sigh at the same time, shift positions in unison, or fall asleep, breathing in rhythm. This effortless dance reflects the deepest truths of Jung's psychology, that within all of us lies a desire to return to wholeness. And in the presence of a deeply bonded partner, that wholeness is remembered, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Where casual encounters remain stiff, self-conscious, and guarded, love dissolves resistance. The masculine reaches for the feminine. The mind yields to the body. The ego steps aside. Love as psychological alchemy. Carl Jung saw love as more than a feeling. He called it alchemy, the transformation of base instincts into spiritual gold. In intimacy, the unconscious mind reveals what the conscious mind hides. A man deeply in love doesn't just say, "I love you." His body proves it, in ways he may not even understand. Whether it's the sincerity in his gaze, the reverence in his touch, the way he opens up after closeness, or how he instinctively moves in rhythm with you. These are the unfiltered signs of love. Not lust, not infatuation, but devotion. Jung believed that within every man is the anima, the archetypal feminine that seeks its reflection in the outer world. When a man falls in love, he doesn't just feel attracted. He sees in you a mirror of his own soul. The resonance feels destined, archetypal, eternal. But real love goes beyond projection. It asks for surrender, vulnerability, and transformation. In a world obsessed with surface gestures and verbal affirmations, Jung's perspective reminds us to look deeper, to the body, to the gaze, to the silence. Because as he said, the body never lies about love. Final reflection. If your partner shows these behaviors, deep eye contact, selfless giving, post-intimacy openness, and natural synchronization, then you are not just sharing a bed. You are sharing a spiritual union, a Jungian merging of soul and shadow, body and heart. These acts are not conscious. They are love's unconscious language. They are proof that what exists between you transcends the ordinary. It is soul-deep, timeless, and transformational. So next time you're unsure of what he feels, watch closely. The truth may be whispered between breaths in the quiet of shared stillness, or in the unwavering look of someone who no longer feels the need to hide. Because love, as Jung taught us, is not spoken. It is lived, felt, and revealed when the masks fall and the unconscious finally speaks.